of 19, our next guest wrote the screenplay for what has turned out to be the most talked about film of the year. It's called Kids. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Korine. Harmony, come on out and say hello to the folks. I think maybe you take a 38 medium. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I screwed up your name. It's Korine, Korine. That's an interesting name. Is there something unusual we should know about that?
Well, I don't know. My dad used to be a tap dancer.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty famous. He used to hang out with the Nicholas brothers, and he called me Harmony.
Uh-huh. And that's how you got the name?
Yeah.
And you changed it when you were younger? You changed it to what?
To harmful, because I thought it would be, tougher, because I used to fight a lot when I was little.
You fought a lot?
Yeah, I was...
Did you win? Were you a good fighter?
Not very good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean...
You just enjoyed it.
Yeah, but once I took this kid sailing, and his name was Barfunk, and I capsized the sailboat, and he almost drowned.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about the film, Harmony. It's very controversial, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this drawn on personal experience? Tell the folks what it is, and then tell me where it came from.
Well, it's funny, it's strange, because I guess it's controversial, but I don't know. I just wanted to make a sequel to Caddyshack, and for some reason, and then I used to live by this guy, and he was a Hasidic Jewish, and he played and he always played with basketballs, and his father was a dentist. But once I was walking down the street, and he said, "You're a sinner," like that.
Said that to you? Yeah.
So I just wrote it.
Okay, with that as background, now if we could tell us about the movie.
It's about teenagers.
Teenagers, kids, sure.
Kids,
yeah.
And it's just about what happens in one day with these kids.
Yeah.
They're New York City street kids.
Yeah, and you wrote it when you were 19 years old, and,
yeah.
and how do you get it turned in from a script? How do you get it turned into a motion picture?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah. You know, I could pretty much have this conversation with myself. Now, at the beginning of the program, we showed some new teen trends. What can you get insight?
Oh man, I knew this one guy from Delaware. I knew this one guy, and he's pretty cool. He used to have one of those like big platforms on his foot, like for extra big shoe, and he got a shish kebab skewer stuck through both his ass cheeks, and they had. This is true.
Barbecuing mishaps, trouble at the cookout.
Well, and he got these special pants made too. And
oh yeah, you got to have the special pants.
Yeah. I also wrote a joke.
You got your butt pierced. You got to expect the expense of special pants.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
I wrote a joke too.
You have a joke for us?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I read it in a book, and it said that this guy, he said his luck was so bad that aspirin gave him headaches.
Yeah. Are you working on another screenplay?
Yeah, it's about this guy with one leg, and he's a swimmer, and he's in the Olympics. It's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of, he looks like Step and Fetch It. Step and Fetch It.
Yeah.
But it's about that. I'm also writing a book of jokes too.
All right. Well, maybe another time. But it was great fun to meet you.
Yeah.
And continued success, and you must be... Oh, sure. We'll be right back. I'm awfully sorry, Mr. President. Here, Harmony, take those. You can use those with your joke writing. We'll see you tomorrow night with Monica Seles. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody. Our next guest garnered both shock and praise as the screenwriter of the controversial motion picture Kids. Now he's making his directorial debut with the film Gummo, which opened today. Here is Harmony Korine. Harmony, come on out. Welcome back to the show. We haven't seen you in a couple of years. I guess you were here when Kids came out, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a nice time that night?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Yeah. But it's been a long time since you came back.
Yeah, it was like 2 years.
Yeah. But did you want to come back in the meantime? Did you ever find yourself saying, geez, I'd like to go back and see Dave?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, what happened?
Well, this one night, I really was thinking about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It was good.
You know, I saw your film Gummo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My, that's an interesting piece of work, that Gummo.
Thanks.
What does Gummo mean as the title?
Well, Gummo was the fifth Marx brother. But
Can you name all the Marx brothers?
yeah, but well,
let's go.
all right. Well, you have Zeppo, Harpo, and obviously
Chico.
Groucho.
Groucho.
It's really pronounced
Gummo.
Chico because
okay.
he liked to chase chicks.
There you go.
He also liked to gamble, and when he would play golf, he would gamble. And
so, are you a big fan of the Marx brothers?
yeah, but Gummo quit because he liked to wear women's clothes.
No, is that right?
Yeah, and he sold.
He quit the group. Gummo did.
Yeah, because he wanted to sell cardboard boxes. But the movie's not about him or nothing. You know?
The movie has nothing to do with Gummo. It's just somebody that you liked, you admired, and you named the film Gummo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you tell people what the movie is about? Is it autobiographical in any sense?
Well, not really. It's just more like about specific scenes. It's
Specific scenes from your childhood, from your upbringing?
Well, some of them, but not really. It's just more like...
All right, now, let me interrupt you right there, because
Yeah.
I've seen the film.
Okay.
If you can, give us an example of a scene that represents your upbringing and an example of a scene that has nothing to do with your upbringing. I'd just like to know what kind of guy I'm dealing with here.
Okay. Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah, it's
All
fair.
right, okay.
I guess I used to eat spaghetti in my bath
All right,
while I
okay,
would
now
take
that's a scene, yeah. You're in the bathtub, and you got one of those things across the tub.
Yeah.
And you're eating spaghetti, you're eating dinner.
Yeah, I would also, if you notice in that scene, there's a piece of taped bacon on the wall.
No, I didn't. I'll have to load that back up.
Oh. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I'll have to freeze it, look for the bacon. Now, when you were a kid, did you tape bacon on the wall while you had your spaghetti dinner in the bath?
I personally like bacon is my aesthetic, essentially, and
I'm sorry, bacon is your what?
well, as far as it being humorous, tape bacon, it's just something I really get excited about.
I tell you something. This is exactly why we don't need Arnold Schwarzenegger. We don't need him. We don't want him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Once
now
I met Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he's a nice man. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
No, wait a minute. We're not done. I want to follow up on this. Okay, so now that's an example of something that did happen in your life. Now, give us an example of something in the film that is in no way connected to reality as you know it.
Okay. For instance, the movie starts with a dog that's impaled on a satellite on someone's house.
A satellite dish, an antenna.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's after like a tornado.
Yeah.
Well, that could have happened. That happens all the time. You know, like cows flying through the air and stuff.
Yeah, but
it might have happened.
Well, see, what happened was I ride unicycles, and I was for the first.
No, you don't.
I swear. Well,
no, you don't.
Okay, for the first time in my life, I was riding one down a dirt road, and I
right.
saw the dog, and well, we put it in a satellite dish.
Yeah.
And we put it in a satellite.
All right, we'll come back to that later. You know, when you go to the Gap, they'll put cuffs right on those pants. They'll cuff them right up for you. They won't charge you like a nickel extra.
Oh. I don't like that company.
You're fine. Just take it easy. Tell me about the cast in the film. It's an interesting collection of thespians you've selected.
Yeah. Well, my big influence is when I was in high school, I saw this play. I don't really know if I should talk about that kind of thing. To be honest with you.
Well, what about it do you find objectionable? What do you think we ought to...
Okay. It was, well, you know James Joyce, Ulysses. I was just kind of inspired because I used to know Snoop Dogg a long time ago, and he was, and it was a play that he was starring in the theatrical version of that story.
Right.
So I was, that's where I basically got the idea from.
Yeah. But now, if we can go back to the question, just a second. It's a very rich, colorful group of cast members you have, and I'm curious as to how you found these people, where you found them, and why you selected them to put them in the film Gummo.
Okay, the main actor's name is Tumblr, and he I saw him on an episode of Sally Jesse Raphael. It was called My Child Died from Sniffing Paint. And but no, I mean
you think this is easy, don't you? You're just sitting there in your house eating Cheetos. You think this is easy, don't you?
Yeah, but no. But he reminded me of Buster Keaton, and he was a paint sniffing survivor. Right. Well, I don't know if like the way I'm telling you this, if it makes it sound like you'd want to see my movie, but
you are selling tickets tonight, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's Gump's Gummo.
Yeah. I'll say this for the film: it's like nothing I have ever seen before.
Yeah. Yeah, because
where did you shoot the movie?
I grew up in Nashville, in Tennessee, and I wanted to make a different film. I wanted to make a different kind of movie because I don't see cinema in the same on the same kind of terms or the same way that the narrative movies have been made for the past 100 years. I mean, we started with Griffith, and we ended up with I don't know what the hell's going on now, but basically,
this
nothing,
thing will set them straight.
Yeah, but basically nothing's changed. So I wanted to see a movie with images coming from all directions.
Well, that's what you have. You've assembled a series of very striking, vivid, disturbing impressions.
Yeah, well, that's basically my style.
Yeah. May I ask how much the movie cost to make?
80 mil.
$80 million, and every penny is up there on the screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I stole some of it.
Yeah.
Not every penny.
1.5 million. Is that about right? That's about right, isn't
I don't
it?
talk finance.
Yeah, but no, that's about right. And you know something? I applaud that. I think that to me it's insane that movies, most of them do cost $80 million bucks. You know what I mean? You can't even bust open the popcorn for less than $80 million.
No, I agree.
And all we're doing really is telling stories. So why would it cost $80 million to tell a story?
I know. I don't understand that. That's why I made Gummo.
Right.
Because it's
And what story are you telling with Gummo?
Okay. Well, it's not really one story, because that's the whole thing. I don't care about
That's right.
About
in
plots.
the linear sense. It's more slices of life.
Well, like, I think every movie there needs to be a beginning, middle, and end, but just not in that order. And and at least when I watch movies, the only thing I really remember are characters and specific scenes. So I wanted to make a film that consisted entirely of that. Really random.
Right. You would like the phone book better if it were not alphabetized, right?
Yeah. I like the phone book. It's good.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah. I like Eddie Cantor.
Yeah. Now, are you?
I like Al Jolson. I want to do a minstrel with Tom Cruise, and I want him to play. I want him to play it on his knees.
Really? Like Eddie Goodell.
Yeah. I want to make a movie about Eddie Goodell. He was a midget baseball player, because they didn't have. You know, it's in the Guinness Book of World Records because the strike zone's like really small and a midget.
Yeah, 4 straight pitches or something like that.
So I want
it was a
Tom
Are
Cruise
you
to play on his
working on
knees.
a project right now? Do you have something else in the works?
Well, I have a novel coming out called A Crack Up at the Race Riots. It's about a race war, and it happens in Florida. And the Jewish people sit in trees, and the black people are run, and the blacks are run by MC Hammer, and the whites are run by Vanilla Ice. It takes place in Florida.
Go ahead, try to adjust your sets. It will make a damn bit of difference. Just get in there, screw with everything you got. Turn it up, turn it down, get it doing that, get it going like that. We'll still be here when you're done.
Yeah, I wanted to write the great American choose your own adventure novel.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Now you seem like a very prolific young man.
Yeah, I had my first art show.
Oh, really? You paint? Is that what it is? You paint?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Harmony, will you come back now?
Yeah.
Because when you were here the last time, we all said, geez, it'd be nice if Harmony would come back and see us. And then you put an Arnold Schwarzenegger on us, and it's been 2 years. So you're using us. You only come back when you have something to promote. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Well, what about just coming back because you kind of enjoyed the experience?
All right, okay.
All right, will you come back?
I'll come back sometimes and hang out with you.
No, I didn't say hang out. Do me a favor. No, wait a minute. Well, listen to me. Hey.
Sorry.
Come back.
I have such a short attention span. I'm serious.
Come back sometime before the end of the year. Will you do that?
Okay.
So that gives you a couple of months. That'll be all right.
Because by then I've done something else.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
But we don't want to promote anything. You just
No,
come back.
I know. I've learned to swim.
The movie is called Gummo. It opened today, and this is the genius behind the film.
Yeah,
Harmony
it's a
Korine.
new kind of movie. I just want people to know
that
things need to change.
That's
that
right.
you can make films differently.
You
now.
represent the avant-garde.
I'm a commercial filmmaker.
Yeah.
I'm a patriot. I hide in trees. All right. All right.
Thank you. There you go. We'll be right back with Smash Mouth. Our next guest is the talented filmmaker behind the controversial motion pictures Kids and Gummo. And now he has written a novel entitled A Crack Up at the Race Riots. Here's the pleasantly odd Harmony Korine. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks.
How you doing?
Nice.
Thanks for fixing yourself up for the show, too. The skateboard park closed? What's going on? Is everything all right? You look like something's happened. Are you okay?
I had to rent it.
You rented this little number.
Yeah. I rented it.
What's new? What's new in your life? Everything going well?
Yeah.
Hey, how did that Gummo turn out, by the way?
Good. It was a really amazing blockbuster, and
how much? What was the budget on that? I think we talked about it before. It's like $1.3 million.
Yeah.
What kind of dough did it make? What did it make back?
I'm not really sure. I never asked. I think it made a lot.
Is it still in theaters?
That's how I got my outfit.
Is it still playing?
Yeah, it's been playing 18 months straight.
Now that's interesting because they had, on the one hand, you had Gummo for 1.3, and then on the other hand, on the other end of the spectrum, you had you had your Titanic.
Yeah,
Have you seen the Titanic? 200 million, my friend, right there. 200 million. Now that's a movie.
Yeah, I know it sank.
Yeah. Have you seen the film?
Oh, I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
I mean, I liked what I saw of it. It was good, and it was pretty. It was. I don't really remember. I don't know.
Do you? Would you?
I mean, I saw the previews.
Oh, saw the previews. Well, that's good enough. Would you one day like to direct a film on that scale?
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
The one that. Oh, I do the sequel probably.
The sequel to Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how would that go?
I'd use a rowboat.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it'd sink.
Tell the folks about your book, A Crack Up at the Race Riots. This, by the way, is why they invented child-proof caps. Right
here. It's my first novel. I want to write a...
Are you a novelist? You're a filmmaker? What, I guess it doesn't make any difference. You're just a creative entity.
Yeah. I just work a lot, and I wanted to write the great American novel, or a novel. I just wanted it to be American. I wanted.
Here's the book. How long did it take you to write this book?
Probably, I think over like a 2-year span, right. 2 or 3 years.
Now here I turn to page 59. We got it clipped off here, and all I see on page 59 is the word Hepburn.
Oh yeah, that was going to be the first page, because I wanted to write a book with just one word.
Yeah.
And but it ended up being a page like 67.
Yeah. How much this thing go for, Harmony? What are we talking about?
I think it's a regular book price. I don't know. I don't like to. I never even. I can't imagine why anyone would buy a book nowadays.
Yeah. Now, would you buy this book? Would you recommend people go out and buy it or not?
I'd probably read an older book.
Is this? Are you happy with this book, or you're not happy?
Oh, I like it.
You couldn't recommend it though.
I'm the author, so it's hard. I just don't really like to. I wouldn't endorse it, or. But not my own book.
Yeah.
I'd rather endorse someone else's book.
Now, who published this one? This is Doubleday. Oh, are they pleased with the work?
Yep, they love it. I mean, I think so.
Yeah. Did you have a deal to write another book?
I got to check.
So now you've done directing and you've done writing novels. Which of the two do you prefer?
I like writing and directing. I like them. No. No, I like to do both. I think they're both nice.
Good.
Just some of the people I come into contact with, I can't stand.
Do you have a girlfriend? Oh, some of the people you come in contact you can't stand?
Just don't like.
You just don't. They kind of rub you the wrong way, huh? Yeah, because you know you're like a mouseketeer. Who would have trouble with you, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I get a lot of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. It's not good. I can get sued.
No. Huh? Paul, do you have anything for Harmony?
No.
Do you know Ruby Wax?
I never met him.
Harmony, I'm about to say something I've never said to a guest before in the 17 years we've been doing this. You go back to the hotel immediately, right now, and take a long, hot shower. The book is called A Crack Up at the Race Riots. Harmony Korine wrote it, although he can't really recommend it. Harmony, nice to see you again. Thanks for being here. We'll be back with Wyclef and Jean. Oh, lucky. Hey, listen to this. Our first guest is a talented, lovely actress. She stars in a brand new film entitled Spring Breakers. You remember that Harmony Korine guy?
Oh, yes. He
Remember
did
how
the show,
strange he was?
He is a very
and peculiar,
strange.
and we thought that he was asked to leave show business?
Well, was he not?
No, apparently he was
he's
not.
back. He left for a while.
Because he's directed the new film entitled Spring Breakers, which opens nationwide on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Selena Gomez. How you been?
I'm good.
Now tell me about this movie. I remember when this Harmony Korine guy would come on this show, and there was something wacky.
Oh my gosh, he was so weird.
Yeah.
When I read the script, my mom was a huge Harmony fan, so I YouTubed interviews, and yours was the first one on.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this guy's nuts.
That's
But
right.
he's really cool, and he's completely different. He's married, and he has a kid now.
Now, did he write the screenplay?
Yeah, he wrote it and directed it.
Now, and I understand that you and the whole cast, you go to spring break. You were on spring break
Yes.
with real people.
Right. Harmony had a very cool way of shooting movies. He wanted it to be real, so we were actually on real spring break with real jocks and girls taking their clothes off and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, and people full of alcohol, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gone.
Now, is that easier to work with people who are dead drunk, or harder to work with
I mean,
people?
it's actually pretty funny, but
Yeah.
no, it was more entertaining, and you could see our reactions.
And James Franco is in the film?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, is this true that throughout the movie he was in this character, this rapper, this drug dealer character
Yes.
the whole time?
Yeah, he stayed in character the whole time, and luckily for me, my character was creeped out by him because
Right.
I genuinely was at
Now,
first.
had you met him before the film started?
No, we shot the movie for 4 weeks. He came in and walked on set as his character, and it freaked me out.
So as far as you knew, that was the guy.
That's who I knew until we started doing press, and then I realized he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever
He's
met.
crazy intelligent.
so smart.
And maybe a little too smart for his own good. Did you think that to yourself?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think he's like playing all of us in a way.
Yeah, a
He knows
little
what
bit.
he's doing.
Thanks, Dave.
But now the other film, Spring Breakers, couldn't be more opposite.
Exactly.
A
Yes.
small film, a dark story.
It is dark. It kind of has a little bit of everything, though. You've seen it, right? And you had Selena on here.
Selena Gomez, who couldn't be lovelier, nicer.
She's very
person.
lovely. Yes. Yeah. It's surprising that she was a part of that movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, it was. And I
Yeah.
said to her, "How did you end up in the movie?" And she said, "Well, my mom read the script and liked it very well."
I think
and,
her mom was a
likes the
fan of
director."
Harmony Korine's.
Yeah.
And
That's a small group.
no, it's doing really well.
Well, the movie, sure, yeah.
No, Harmony is an artist, and
What's his
if we look
deal?
at your history,
Now, do you know the guy?
he's a friend. He's a good friend of mine.
Really?
He came on this show 3 times. Do you remember?
His big film was Kids, was what it was called.
Well, he was like 18 or 19 when he met that director, Larry Clark, in Washington Square Park, and wrote the script at age 18 And so when he first came on your show, he was like 19 years old.
Right.
And then and it was, you know, went to Cannes. It was a, you know, big critical success. Kind of a revolutionary movie. And then the first movie he directed was Gummo.
Oh.
And he also came on your show to promote Gummo.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of that? No. You don't remember?
I thought but he did not direct Kids. He wrote that.
He wrote Kids.
I see. Okay.
He wrote Kids, directed Gummo, and then he wrote a book called Crack Up at the Race Riots that he also came on here to promote. Then the legend is that he came back, and it's, I guess, in the books. He was here, came back a fourth time, and it says, I guess in the books, not interviewed.
Really?
So he was bounced.
Oh, he
But
didn't
you
get
don't
on the
remember
show.
any of it.
No,
So the legend...
No, that part I remember.
Oh, you do? You do.
Yes.
The legend...
What is the story that you understand?
The legend is that he pushed Meryl Streep backstage.
And
I mean, if you push Meryl Streep backstage, you get pushed off. Now, get kicked off, I guess.
not
you know.
necessarily. But I mean, the truth of that.
But she, in the books, we checked it. In the books, she was there that night.
Yeah.
So they were both there.
No, I'll tell you what happened. Is that what he told you happened?
He did tell me that.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, but he said he was a little out of it, so maybe he doesn't.
out of it. Now, what does that mean when he says a little out of it?
Harmony is a very sane guy now. He's a great artist. He's a great person to work with. I think he had a period where he was going a little off the rails, and so maybe he was on something that night.
What would your guess be? That
My guess is he was on something that night, but we're talking, you know, about 10 years ago.
well, the story was, and it's absolutely true. And I don't know. Is he coming back on? Have you talked to him?
Well, I heard he was banned from the show.
For
You
life.
should bring him back on.
I
He's a
went
good guest.
upstairs to greet Meryl Streep and say, you know, welcome to the show. Come in. And she was not in there. And I looked around and I found your friend Harmony,
yeah.
going through her purse.
Come on.
True story. True story. And so I said, okay, that's it. Put her things back in her bag, and then you get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you kicked him off. Holy. Yeah, you didn't tell me that. But he's a good guy now. You should bring him back on.
Well, now, on your say-so, I'm more than happy.
I vouch for him.
I'm more
I
than
vouch for
happy
him.
to have him back on the show.
And Selena would have vouched. She said nice things, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, she would. You know, I couldn't get over the fact that she's such a kind of, she's just a kid.
Yeah.
And then she goes into this movie, and then we have you there, and I think you frightened her. I want to put away the cards, Tippy. Thank you very much. On the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great one. We got Meryl Streep is going to be out here. Harmony Korine will be out here, although we're not sure why. We think it's a scheduling mix-up. Natalie Merchant is on the show this week. Harmony Korine, we just had too much time, fun, and ran out of time, and he left in a huff. But he's angry.
I saw him. He knocked Meryl Streep down on the way out.
Oh, yeah, he's furious. He's a hothead. Anyway, his movie, Julian Donkey Boy, let me repeat that for you. Julian Donkey Boy is in theaters right now, and so we'll probably have him back, although it seems unlikely. Because he was hot, wasn't he?
Where's the pumpkin?
All right, we'll get to the pumpkin.